Ron.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say it the first time I said Ron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron.
You done messed up, Ron.
Aaron is here, everyone. Welcome back for more SPTV, where every day's a great day not to be in a cult. Guys, some people done messed up. We are still talking about Danny Masterson. Guys, I believe that we are about to see search warrants issued for Ashton Kutcher's house, searching for Danny's missing weapons. And I'm going to make an argument in this video why we may also see a search warrant issued and approved for Scientology's Celebrity Center in Los Angeles. Now, guys, the title of this video has spelled Celebrity Center C-E-N-T-E-R, even though Scientology spells it C-E-N-T-R-E. I had to look up why in the world Scientology spells it the other way. It turns out the other way is the British way of spelling it. And when L. Ron Hubbard moved to the UK in 1959, he decided to pretend that he was now all things British. But anyway, just wanted to point that out so you guys don't have to correct me in the comments section. Okay, what is the connection between Scientology's Celebrity Center and Danny Masterson and his weapons violations and the cover-up? And how could the Celebrity Center get roped into this? Because, guys, when we look at, and I realize not everybody knows what I'm talking about, and I don't want to rehash the entire thing right now, but Danny Masterson is a Scientologist and an actor who was convicted of violent crimes against some women and is now facing 20 to 30 years in prison. And it turns out that even though he was ordered to surrender his weapons years ago, it turns out that after he was convicted and before he was sent from jail to prison, the T's were being crossed and the I's were being dotted on everything Danny was supposed to have done. And it turns out he never surrendered all the weapons that he was supposed to surrender. And so an investigation was launched into not only why didn't he surrender these weapons, but where are they? Because Danny claimed to have no idea where they were. And it has now been revealed that there has been a lot of federal laws broken here and a lot of covering up has occurred here. Scientologists are implicated in this. And it looks like Danny's attorney, Kate Mangles, is implicated in this. By the way, Kate Mangles, I like to point out, the daughter of Robert Mangles, David Miscavige's attorney. Just a coincidence, you guys, I'm sure. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm told by people who know better than I that lawyers have a certain amount of latitude to spin, to obfuscate, to shuck and jive and play games with words and stuff. But it's a bridge too far to think that Kate Mangles was actually involved in asking other Scientologists to go and commit crimes, further crimes, to cover up the crimes that Danny Masterson had already committed. That is probably a bridge too far. But someone had to organize and coordinate the efforts of these Scientologists to orchestrate this cover-up of what happened with Danny's weapons. And the activity that I'm referring to is activity that occurred after he was sentenced, which was like September 7th, after he was sentenced and up until now. So we're only talking about the last, September, October, November, December, the last 3 or 4 months. Someone has been coordinating and orchestrating the activities of Scientologists to try and cover up crimes that Danny had already committed, not with respect to his attacks against these women, but with respect to his violation of the federal weapons laws and plus the judge's orders regarding relinquishing his weapons. Who could have done that? Guys, one of the people who could have done that is the chaplain at Scientology Celebrity Center International in coordination with the president of Scientology Celebrity Center. Now you're like, what? You're kind of just pulling that out of nowhere. Where are you getting that from? Because, guys, we already have documented evidence of Scientology using the president's office and using the chaplain at the Celebrity Center to help its celebrities and celebrity families cover up crimes. And that's what I'm going to share with you. I've showed you these things previously in a video, but I'm just going to assume that 99% of somebody who watches a video is watching a video for the first time. So guys, let me introduce to you a report, an internal document from Scientology, April 4th, 2006, regarding a Scientology celebrity, a Broadway actor named James Barber. Now, guys, on James Barber's Tinder profile, it probably says something like he enjoys long walks on the beach, he enjoys camping under the stars, and he enjoys sexually abusing underage girls, because that's what James Barber's really into. And he got himself into a little bit of trouble, and Scientology swooped in to help him cover up these crimes. And it was the Celebrity Center's president's office and the chaplain that was involved here. So check this out. April 4th, 2006. All the stuff that you see here in the top right, that's the distribution. These are a bunch of acronyms for Scientology's Office of Special Affairs. This report, by the way, is copied to David Miscavige's own personal staff. This is the Deputy Inspector General for Legal Affairs, RTC. RTC is Religious Technology Center. That's the organization that David Miscavige runs. This is the Data Director, RTC. These acronyms, we don't need to define them all, but let's, I'm only spending a few seconds talking about these things because I want you guys to see that this sort of incriminating information is broadly distributed inside the world of Scientology. They weren't even trying. This wasn't like an eyes only matter. Okay. They sent this to a whole host of executives, including David Miscavige's personal staff. Okay. I'm not going to read this entire thing, but I've gone through it and highlighted some things that I want to share with you. Around 5:30 p.m. tonight, President Celebrity Center International got a call from James Barber stating he was at Parker Center in Los Angeles, having been arrested on a charge of blank and blank with a minor that allegedly occurred 5 years ago with a then 15-year-old WOG girl. Guys, I know in some countries WOG is a racial slur. In Scientology, WOG means non-Scientologist. Okay. And he did the girl's name was Kristen. I blanked out her last name. Okay. James said that he got a call. Okay, we can skip that paragraph. James was connected up with Elliot Abelson. Guys, Elliot Abelson is an attorney who's been working for Scientology for like a couple generations now. He was connected up with Elliot Abelson and criminal attorney Don Wager. Remember that name, guys. Scientology connected him up with criminal attorney Don Wager. Don went to see him tonight to get the full data. Wager reported that Kristen filed a report alleging that they had one incident of when she was 15 and he was 38. Guys, I do want to point out how Scientology is completely blowing the attorney-client privilege out of the water in these internal documents. Not only did they hook James up with the attorney then goes to meet with James. James spills his guts to the attorney. The attorney spills all of those guts to Scientology's executives. Scientology executives then document those conversations in written memos and distribute the memos internally. Attorney-client privilege completely out the window. But I mean, that's my opinion of a layman. What do I know, guys? I grew up in a cult. Okay, we go through here. James did tell the president of the Celebrity Center International over the phone that there was something on this area that had come up in his recent Joburg. Joburg is shorthand for a certain type of Scientology confessional. There was a cop in the room with James while he was talking to the president, Celebrity Center International. So she cut him off. The president cut him off, but we have since spoken with the Celebrity Center International auditor who did the Joburg and also had his folders checked. Okay, so this is Scientology executives at the Celebrity Center actively preventing James from accidentally saying something in the presence of law enforcement that might incriminate him. See, Scientology isn't interested in justice. They're not interested in protecting the rights or what's best for the 15-year-old girl James assaulted. They just want to protect their little celebrity. Okay, check this out, guys. This is wild. James was told that the detective's intention is to get him extradited to New York. That's right. The crimes were committed in New York. James was arrested in Los Angeles. As this is where the charge is filed. Wager will attend the arraignment on Thursday to get him out on bond, while we are currently locating a good criminal attorney for him in New York. A recommendation has been gotten from Jeffrey Pfeffer, and Elliot and Wager will make contact with this person tomorrow to get this set up. We are currently getting James' files scoured for any other data about out ethics in this area so that a proper handling can be worked out. Okay, good. What I thought I was about to read is actually in the next document. Okay, so check this out. This is 2 days later. Fast forward to April 6th. Last night, James Barber wrote a note on what actually occurred with Kristen. Remember, Kristen is the 15-year-old girl, and gave this to the Chaplin Celebrity Center International, who visited him briefly late last night after he called into the President's Celebrity Center International's office and was very caved in about what he had done. Caved in is a Scientology word, which means you just feel really, really bad. You feel really down. And if you're a Scientology celebrity and you've assaulted a minor girl, all they really care about is that you're not caved in. They care about your feelings. Okay, now this is interesting because you have the Chaplin Celebrity Center visiting him. Now, guys, I know chaplain is a word that's widely used in churches in America and around the world. In Scientology, it means something different. A chaplain is not really a minister in Scientology. It is not someone who delivers the pastoral counseling or auditing. The Scientologists don't use words like pastoral counseling unless they're speaking to judges or police officers. But in a Scientology organization, a chaplain is the person who deals with upsets that nobody else has the time or the interest in dealing with, because the chaplain usually works for free. Now, in Scientology, almost anything that you go into a Scientology organization to do costs money. But the chaplain's job is to deal with people who've run out of money but are still upset about something. Now, in this case, the chaplain, you understand, in a Scientology organization, a chaplain is a post title, right? Like it's a title, like that's your job. My job is I'm the chaplain. It's not like you don't have more than one chaplain in a Scientology organization. And most Scientology organizations don't have any chaplains at all. But in the case of the Celebrity Center, the reason they would have the chaplain interacting with someone is so that they can claim some sort of priest penitent privilege. The president of the Celebrity Center isn't able to claim that privilege. She's just an administrator in an organization. They specifically use the chaplain so that they can claim confidentiality. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to fast forward here. This is what I actually was referring to when I said, check this out. This is going to be wild. So James Barber said that the only people he told what really happened are his ex-2D. Now, in Scientology, guys, 2D means boyfriend or girlfriend. So the only people the only people who he told what really happened are his ex-girlfriend, Dana Stackpole, who has been R-factored not to talk to anyone about it. R-factored is a phrase in Scientology that just means she was told what to do. And he also told the chaplain CCN, Celebrity Center International. He told the chaplain that he wrote a statement at the police station. But get this, guys, he didn't put all the data and didn't give the specifics as to what actually happened. He said that he didn't even tell Don Wager what actually happened. Don Wager was his lawyer. Don Wager was the lawyer Scientology connected him up with. So you have James Barber telling the chaplain of the Celebrity Center, hey, by the way, I didn't really tell the police everything that really happened. And I didn't even tell the lawyer what really happened. But I'm going to tell you guys because you guys can't tell anyone. This is how Scientology works, you guys. Okay. James Barber expressed that he is concerned about any damage this may create to the church and is willing to do anything needed to avoid that. And he's concerned about his bridge. That means his ability to continue going up Scientology's levels. And he wanted a study program and an ethics program to handle this. The chaplain told him that he would be getting a program and to start by listening to the State of Man Congress and the Clean Hands Congress. He was appreciative of the help and said that he would do this. Now, guys, these are documents that were sent by or sent to Mike Rinder, which is why they are available now. But as you can see here, all Scientology is concerned about is protecting its own. So when you have Danny Masterson, who they have to keep close for now, because they're still co-defendants in a civil lawsuit, at least one civil lawsuit. They have to keep him close. So even after he's sentenced and he's heading off to prison, the problem is it then comes up that he's violated all these federal weapons laws. And other Scientologists are implicated in these crimes. Jordan Masterson, Alana Masterson, Chris Masterson, Michael Shupin, and Ashton Kutcher, who's not a Scientologist, but I'm just saying. So if Scientology is like, we've already got one man down, Danny Masterson's away, we need to do further damage control to keep any of this other weapons crimes from snowballing and having other people being implicated in this, we need to figure out how to resolve this. Who is it that is most likely to have been involved in coordinating this so that it can all be kept confidential? It's probably not Danny's attorney, Kate Mangles. It is very likely to have been someone working in the chaplain's office or the president's office at the Celebrity Center International. So when we already have obvious coordination, well, we have, first of all, we have Danny Masterson's attorney is clearly working with David Miscavige's attorney. We have all sorts of Scientologists involved. I even forgot Carol Masterson. And we already have evidence showing how Scientology will operate behind the scenes to cover up crimes and to coordinate how to keep things quiet. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that the district attorney's office may want to issue a search warrant for the Celebrity Center International, the president's office, the chaplain's office, whether the weapon is there or whether there's documents like the one I've just read to you describing what orders they have issued be done with regard to this weapon or weapons. I grant that it would be very ballsy for the DA's office to do something like this. But based on what I've just shared with you, I think it would be a smart move. Oh, by the way, happy New Year's Eve, you guys. I'm going to be flying to the West Coast this afternoon, so I've got a few videos I want to get done before I head to the airport. That's why I'm getting an early start today. But happy New Year's Eve. Just wanted to say that to you guys. David Miscavige is in the chat. Hello, sir. So much for our CC Celebrity Center Hookers and Blow New Year's Eve party. Oh, always good to see you, Dave. KDP, Happy New Year, AA Ron. Happy New Year, KDP. And Arnie Van Halen, Happy New Year, AA Ron. Happy New Year to all of you. Okay, guys, that's all I got on this for now. Keep an eye out, guys. So what is it? It's December 31st. I believe that by the end of next week, we will know what addresses they are getting search warrants for to search for Danny's missing weapons. We'll know how this is going to go very soon. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. More to come later today. Well, probably in like the next 30 minutes. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You guys know what to do. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.